Hey, how's it going, folks? So this is the first video that I've actually done here where it's not me playing something. So it's the first time I've actually spoke in a video on this channel. The reason I'm doing this is because Brian Bauer, a friend of mine, and if you watch Lee Armitage, the Evil Wizards channel, shout out to Lee. He does his shows over there, and it's myself, him, a friend Matt the Troll, myself. Brian's been on as well. Brad got Mr. Chernobyl Audio, good friend of the channel. But Brian Bauer, shout out to Brian. He just put out a video where he was reacting to an old video of his band from back in high school. At least I think he said it was back in high school. And I don't have many videos at all of old bands that I've been in, except for three bands. I have videos from my last band, which was the Lufthansa Heist. Loved that band. Sadly, we all kind of decided to call it a day. You know, we all have our own lives going on, and we just couldn't keep it going, sadly. But brilliant band. Shout out to those guys, love them to bits. But this band is one of the other bands, and one of those three bands that I have videos from. This is way back in 2009, this video. The video that Brian done, he was saying in his reaction that, you know, it was potato quality. Well, Brian, as I said in my comment, you thought yours was potato quality? Get ready for this, because this is camera audio. I mean, for camera audio, it wasn't bad. The video quality is really bad. And this was recorded on a DVD camera. So it should have, by all rights, it should have been about 1080p, you know, the most. No. This is 480p. I actually had to blow it up to, you know, so that you can actually see it a bit better, but you won't be able to make out any features on any faces. But, you know, you'll hear the audio, which is okay. Anyway, enough rabbiting on. This is the band that this video was in this band since I was like 18 years old, right up until 2009. Yes, I am old. Get used to it, okay? So you're talking from 1994 until 2009 I was with these guys. Long time. Another band that I was with just as long is Mississippi Mutt, with my friend Billy and Brian, Alistair, Steve, Rory, John, Gary, not all at the same time. Some of those guys came and went, you know, but anyway, that was a blues band. These guys, Mutt's Nuts, were a punk band. And I was in them the same time as the blues band. Yep, I know. You couldn't get two more contrasting band types. But, you know, I learned a lot from playing with these guys. We started out, Mutt's Nuts started out as a band called Breenge, which is an old Scottish word meaning to rush in and rummage. You know, so to just rush in thoughtlessly, rummaging. That's what Breenge means, to breenge in. It's normally spelled with a G. We decided to spell it with a J. You know, we thought we were being funny, but yeah. Anyway, we were doing our own material and covers with Breenge. This band, It's the same lineup. The only difference is we changed the name because we decided we were having more fun doing the covers. So we just decided, let's make a go of it as a cover band. The song that we're about to play here is a cover of a band called The Briefs, who hail from Seattle. They are a punk band, obviously. Kinda in the same vein as like the Buzzcocks, would put them in the same vein as them. Really, really energetic stuff. You know, this is actually one of their more subdued tracks. We actually supported them on their very first, one of their very first gigs in Britain. Might actually have been the very first gig in the UK that they ever played. They played in the Cat House in Glasgow. We supported them as Brange, but we supported these guys. 15 people turned up. 15 people. That band, I've told this story to Lee and the guys over on Lee's channel. Band The Briefs. Lovely guys. Couldn't meet nicer guys. They went out and played like they were playing to Wembley Stadium. It's the exact same energy that they would put into every one of their gigs. They didn't care that it was only 15 people. The room itself that we played in held quite a few hundred at least. And yeah, 15 people, so it was like empty. And they didn't care. They went out and had a ball. So did we that night. But anyway, as I said, enough rabbiting on. I'm going to just start playing this. But this is a cover of a song called Rotten Love by The Briefs. We'll move over here. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's get this going. Excuse the bad setup here, but this is the first. I've just put this together so quickly, but anyway, no bells and whistles for this one. But anyway, I'll start it playing here. It helps if you go from the beginning G. It's normally where you start a video. So yeah, Mutt's Nuts covering The Briefs, Rotten Love. Here we go. Use that for production value, eh? I edited this one. I was proud of my bass tone. I actually get compliments for this. That's my good mate, brother from another mother, Stef Watt on drums and vocals. We all done vocals. Me and Stef done the lead. Dave Swainson on guitar, another brother from another mother. Very lazy style of guitar, but it worked for punk. You'll be expecting a lot of movement from me because I suffered really badly from stage fright back then. Not just blowing their own trumpet here, but about this point, the vocals, I mean, as punks and don't have to be like really, really great, but harmonising and playing at the same time as well, which isn't easy. It's a bit easier for this style, but all not easy. The harmonies, we were really good. How's that for cable quality? same really lazy guitar style, but it really worked for the punk. Thing is, he's a big VH fan, hence the Wolfgang copy that he's playing. Can change. And I miss that band. Really, really miss them. And that was our mascot, drawn by my friend Kurt's sibling, who is the artist for a comic called Total Fear, based out of Glasgow. Amazing artist. But anyway, so yeah, that was Mutt's Nuts. Not embarrassed at all. I mean, for a punk band, we were bloody good. I remember we played a festival called the Wicker Man, which is, it is they burned the effigy of the Wicker Man. This thing was huge. You're talking 25 to 40 feet sometimes. But they would put on like a folk, punk, ska, and dance festival at the same time every year in Ayrshire, in a place called Kirkcudbright. And we played it one year. It was literally the trailer from a truck where they opened the side and used that for a stage. That was our stage. That was the unsigned band stage. Down at the main stage at the same time we were playing was the UK Subs. Huge punk band, massive punk band. Like, their legacy goes right back to the late 70s, to the heyday of punk, and they're still going to this day. But these guys were playing the main stage as we first went on to play our first ever set at the Wicker Man. We started playing a Rancid song. I think it was Junkie Man by Rancid. And we literally, I couldn't believe my eyes, we literally took at least a third of their crowd. They started walking away from the main stage and coming up to watch us. That was like mind blowing for us. I remember turning around to look at my mate Stef, the drummer, and I'm like, I was shitting my pants. Because when we first started playing, there was about 5 people. And they're all absolutely off their faces, lying on the grass, and then we started playing Rancid, and as I said, all these people started locking up and just laying down in front of us and just listening to the covers. It was amazing. But yeah, that was Mutt's Nuts. Loved that band to bits. And I left them in 2010. In February of 2010, to move over here to Northern Ireland. I was absolutely gutted that I had to leave my best friends. I had other best friends, but those guys in Mutt's Nuts, and my good mate Bill, who is manager in the Glasgow branch of Guitar. He also is the luthier of Finlayson Guitars. He is the name Finlayson on those guitars. So he was with Brainjan Mutt's Nuts as well at one point. Yeah, I was gutted that I left those guys, but I had to, because, long story, but I'm happier where I am now, but yeah, if I have one regret, it's leaving those guys behind in those bands, because we were good. We were good. Anyway, I'm going to do more of these actually, because I actually downloaded all of the Mutt's Nuts videos that I have, and I also downloaded one Mississippi Mud It was the blues band that I was in with Billy Finlayson of Finlayson Guitars and Guitar. I downloaded one of our videos there as well. So I'm going to do more of these. So just keep your eye out on the channel for those coming up. And I'll see you on the next one. But thanks for watching and enjoying with me. A bit of nostalgia and reminiscing. See you in the next one, guys. Have a good one.